Hello and welcome to In the Know, where we provide the industry with key guidance on updates to government support schemes set up in response to COVID-19, our analysis of key trends, new technologies, and how to maximise the effectiveness of your operation. Yes, all that in just under 10 minutes. This week's episode is sponsored by Canon, who are an amazing organisation dedicated to raising the tide for print and educating major print buying markets about the ingenuity and creative power of our industry. You can find out all about their amazing range of technology and business support tools at the link below. Later in the bulletin, new stars light up print sky. Canon fight for post-lockdown print. Getting on with Onset, a big move for image data, and weaving black magic with popset tarot cards. Before we kick things off, we at the IPA and our sister association, the BAPC, would like to extend our thanks to hundreds of you that have attended our bi-monthly free business networking event, the IPIA Big Breakfast. Hosted on an advanced platform called Remo, it allows printers, print buyers and suppliers to come together for an hour or more of high quality networking from 8:30 in the morning every other Wednesday. There is also a 10-minute shot of inspiration and education during our 10-minute freshly juiced speaker segment. To find out more, head to the links on your screen now. And we hope to see you there. So, on with the show, bringing you the detail on changes and updates to government COVID-19 support schemes. In the last few weeks, we have seen a very significant growth in take-up reported to us by the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, in its 4 new key schemes that complement and support the nationwide furlough scheme and already established loan schemes. Just to remind you, that is the Coronavirus Restart Grant offering £6,000 to those businesses with a retail arm to open safely. Then there is the Recovery Loan Scheme, seeing 80% government-backed loans from £25,000 to £10 million and asset finance from as little as £1,000. The Super Deduction Tax Scheme is for expenditure incurred from 1st of April 2021 until the end of March 23 and sees companies able to claim 130% of capital allowances on qualifying plant and machinery investments. And finally, there is the Kickstart Scheme, which sees the government pay for 25-hour a week's work at the national living wage for a 16 to 24-year-old currently on universal credit to work in your business for 6 months. You can find out more information on all these schemes and how to access them on the links on your screen now. So on with the show and over to our interview segment of In the Know, where I am very happy to be joined by the fantastic Rob Finnie from Nettle, part of the Grafenia group of companies, which also includes printing.com. Welcome to In the Know, Rob, and thank you very much for joining us. We really have seen an acceleration of pre-existing trends over the last year, haven't we? So what are you doing to manage that challenge?
So you touched on something really important there, and you said it maybe better than I could say it. And I think that's the problems that we're facing now with COVID-19. These are not necessarily problems that have been created by this. These problems have been there for some time, and it's just accelerated the growth of these problems, or maybe just sharpened the mind of people who might have been putting these things off. And I think print is still a huge part of our business. It's our key revenue of all the things that we do. But the other things that we do, I guess, they're reasons for people to get into our ecosystem so that we can then sell them the printing that we so badly want. Maybe Apple is probably the best example of a business that's diversified their services to increase the sales of their core product. They've always sold computers, but now they do phones, watches, stream music, and they've done all those things because they have more ways to connect with their clients. But really, it's to bring people into the Apple ecosystem, because what they really want to sell is more computers, and that's still their core business. And that's on a smaller scale, of course. That's kind of how we've seen what we've done: diversify our services, get more people into the Grafenia or Nettle ecosystem. And really, it's all to drive them to buying more print. And I think print will spring back, but I think what clients ask you for is going to be different from what they asked for before. Certainly for the short-run personalised markets, I think that will recover quickly. But the litho markets, which is, I guess, our core business, I think that's going to take some time to recover. as clients really start to think about the best place to invest their marketing budget. I think the online spend will return very quickly. The print will return, but it might take some time for clients to start seeing the value in that. Maybe it becomes the secondary purchase that they make once they've invested in a website or a digital service.
Thanks very much for your time, Rob, and your insights. Absolutely fascinating. I would really urge you to go and check out a special session that Rob ran for us last year entitled The Printer Who Pivoted via the link below, where he explores these concepts further, and it will be really well worth your time. So, on to our weekly news section of In the Know. Now, 47 rising stars are celebrating receiving grants of up to £1,500 each from the printing charity to invest in their personal and professional career development. And it was truly inspirational to see so much enthusiastic young talent wanting to enter our sector or have their long-term career supported in it. As lockdown eases and more clients start to look at ramping up their marketing activity, it's more important than ever to ensure that print remains an integral cog of their marketing mix after the COVID reset. With that in mind, this latest Print Week webinar in association with Canon was developed to arm you with some of the tools that you need to best understand clients' requirements and ensure you have the right conversations with the right people. You can access its recording via the link below, and having watched it myself, I can promise you it will be very much worth it. Now, the session drew on the experiences of two high-profile former marketing heads who have between them hundreds of millions of pounds on print, but importantly, are not afraid to tell it how it is and detail how print needs to up its game if it's to retain its place at the top table. The webinar also drew on some of the key findings from Canon's latest Insight report, which grilled print buyers, brand owners, and agencies on their perception and usage of print. By using the Insight report and the real-world experiences of the expert panel, the session looked at what keeps marketers awake at night, how to change the conversation around print, whether the COVID reset represents a threat or an opportunity, and the challenges facing modern marketeers and how PSPs can capitalize by alleviating them. Next. With 167 staff across 3 integrated production sites in the UK and an annual turnover of more than £20 million, Image Data is one of the country's leading providers of print services for a wide range of market sectors. Helping to drive the business forward in 2021 is their latest investment, the Onset X3 HS Dual Flex from Fujifilm. This forms part of a much accelerated trend in the last year that is seeing print organisations turn to the lucrative and growing wide format print market to diversify their businesses and increase their revenues or increase their production capacity. Production director Pete Shaw commented on the investment that the Onset X3 presses have been essential to his business with the exceptionally high quality print and speeds they offer. Now, with the recent installation of the Onset X3 HS Dual Flex, its production speeds have increased threefold whilst retaining all the quality aspects that its range has always delivered. Now, those of you that know me understand I'm a massive geek when it comes to a cool print application, and I would say this next one knocks it out of the park. The popset Extra Black and Curious Metallics Luster from Antalis Creative Papers range have been used to produce an exquisite box set of tarot cards for Witchcraft magazine Sabbat. Designed by clever Rafael de Campos and featuring hand-drawn illustrations by Italian illustrator Eliza Zeitzinger, the Sabbat Tarot deck is made up of 78 captivating cards. Its tarot deck, entitled Sabbat 5, is sold by Sabbat magazine and is on its online shop, so retail margins was therefore a factor, and it was important to keep production costs down without compromising the quality of that finished piece. Well, thank you for watching the latest episode of In the Know. We at the IPA and all our members are working together to support our industry, so please do not hesitate to get in touch with us via the details at the end of this bulletin if we can help. Please stay safe and well, and we will see you next time on In the Know.